In today's video, I'm going to be going for the Platinum Trophy in both Ben 10 games released for the PS4. Across the two games, we'll be earning a total of 33 bronzes, 25 silvers, 8 gold, and of course, the 2 beautiful Platinum Trophies. Both entries are considered simple games, but both have a couple of moments where I found myself wanting to repeatedly smash my head against a brick wall. And if you're like me and know nothing about Ben 10, then allow me to drop the tiniest TLDR. Ben 10 can turn into aliens, saves the day, okay. A massive thank you for all the support across all uploads recently, and of course, the Bomb Squad members appearing on screen right now. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's start earning trophies. So we start off with Ben 10, which was released back in 2017, and to put it frankly, this was the game out of the two that I enjoyed the most, but we'll explain on that later. The game begins with Ben Tennyson, his uncle Ben and girlfriend Gwen. So Ben is with his grandpa Max and cousin Gwen, travelling towards their holiday destination in their RV known as the Rust Bucket. Their trip is cut short when they hit a road closure due to a parade in town that nobody seems to be enjoying. This sets up the lacklustre first part of the story, where we'll have to fight through a couple of levels before putting an end to Zombozo's evil plans. What exactly were his evil plans? Not a Scooby-Doo. So we get into the first level and we begin running through, battering up numerous clowns and collecting upgrade points, which you'll see in the form of these green blobs on screen. Every enemy defeated and almost everything in the level that can be hit will give you some, and we're going to need a fair few of them for a trophy. Speaking of trophies, the first trophy we earned was for finding our first collectible. There is a total of 18 sumo slammer cards across the game, resulting in 3 per level, and we'll get trophies for collecting half of them, all of them, but for now, with our first slammer card collected, we get the trophy, Sumo Blue.
Whoa, this is a good one.
Not much further into the level, we then earned our second trophy. This one was relatively simple and will have a greater variant later in the video, but for achieving a combo of 50 hits, we get the trophy, Sweet Moves. We've been able to turn into a total of 10 different aliens, most of which we'd not unlocked just yet. There was a number of trophies tied to specific actions with specific aliens. Each alien has their basic combo of attacks, an ability, and then an ultimate ability. While using the alien Heat Blast, we happened to defeat 3 enemies with a single use of his ability for the trophy, Well Done.
Bet that hurt. Ha. Yeah. You're fired. Ha. You. Ow.
Shortly after, while still on the first level may I add, we'd amassed enough upgrade points to upgrade 1 alien to the max. This netted us the trophy, Ben 10%.
Hot dang.
With another alien now in our arsenal, Wildvine, we then began using his new attack style to boss our way through the small fry. It was here, while using Wildvine's ability, we managed to defeat 5 enemies for the trophy, Power Plant. We then reached the boss at the end of the second level, and each boss has 2 trophies tied to them. One for simply defeating them, and another for defeating them while not taking any damage. And surprisingly, I managed to get both trophies here on my first attempt. Firstly, we got Last Laugh, and then we got No Small Feat.
Stop doing that.
The next 2 levels see us going into the hive of the Queen Bee, who has kidnapped innocent people to be part of her audience for her own TV show. Again, that's as far as the story goes regarding this. We get another new alien, grey matter, and while using this specific alien we managed to hit 5 enemies with 1 attack for the trophy, Mind over Matter. A little further into the level, we ticked off another specific alien related trophy. This time while using Cannon Bolt and some carefully placed enemies, we defeated 5 of them with a single Cannon Bolt roll and got the trophy at the speed of sound.
Fired up and ready to go.
The next trophy, with another different alien, was a simple one, which was to simply destroy 5 objects with a thrown enemy from the alien 4 arms, which netted us the trophy Collateral Damage.
Let's heat things up a little.
We finally reached the boss, Queen Bee, and while trying to defeat her without being hit but not knowing exactly what the hell I was meant to do or what exactly was going on, I took damage. So I used this part of the fight to tick off a few easily earned trophies. First off, we found ourselves surrounded by a whole host of enemies, and with a little bit of successful panicking, we're using an ultimate ability, and for defeating 10 or more enemies with the ultimate, we got the trophy Ultimate Force.
You might want to put ice on that.
Another new alien now, this time Diamond Head, and for using his ability and hitting 10 enemies, we bagged the trophy Diamond Ring. And again, another new alien, this time using Overflow's ability, we defeat 3 enemies with a single use of its ability, Body Surfing.
Up, not away. Quit killing my boss.
And then lastly, before continuing with the fight properly, for using Ben Tennyson himself and not transforming into any of the aliens, we defeated 10 enemies for the trophy Bentuition. We then decided to continue with the boss fight properly and managed to take out Queen Bee really easily, like comically easy. But here we got the trophy Buzz Off. On the 5th of the 6 levels available, we managed to find our 9th Sumo Slammer card, meaning we'd now had half of them, which netted us the trophy Sumo Red.
You can never have too many of these. Gotta fly.
With each level, unknown to me at this point, there was a time-related trophy. The 5th level was one of the shortest, and for completing the entire level in less than 15 minutes, we got the trophy Can You Not. Surprisingly, the next trophy I earned was for simply finishing the game and defeating the 3rd and final boss. Once again, pretty simple, but due to my noob-like tendencies, I got hit, so no second trophy this time round. The trophy for finishing the story? The Prime Destructive. With the story complete, we just had a number of miscellaneous trophies left to get, some more collectibles on top of 5 time-related trophies. So while trying to tie up all loose ends in one quick scoop, we decided to jump back into the first level. Here we used the alien XLR-8's ability to slow down time in order to defeat a pie juggler before his pie attack hit the ground. For the trophy, Gotta Go Slow. We continue on through the level finding any of the missables we'd missed out on first time round, and completed it in under 15 minutes for the trophy City Escape. On to the second level now with the same goals on our agenda. However, I saw the opportunity to achieve a 100 hit combo, which netted me the trophy Action Hero.
Done and done.
Now in most fights throughout the game, there was little objectives at the top of the screen, and for completing 30 of these, we then got another trophy, Objectively Skilled. Before then completing the level and the boss within the 15-minute window for the trophy, Not Much Funhouse. On to the third level now, and using one of the last aliens we acquired, Stinkfly, we had to disrupt a self-destructing bumblebee with its ability, and this got us the trophy, A Stunning Display.
That was kinda easy.
A little further into the level, I realised I'd got an absolute shit ton of upgrade points, so fully upgrading every single alien, I got the trophy, and then there were 10.
Shiny!
Potentially one of the most frustrating trophies next. We needed to cause a chain reaction using 5 exploding bumblebees. Luckily, I got this on like my 5th attempt, and the trophy, Having a Blast. And then of course, finished the level within 15 minutes for the trophy in a scrap. Into the fourth level now, same goal of 15 minutes, but hopefully to try and beat the boss without getting hit. While going through the level, we found our 18th and final collectible for the trophy, Sumo Gold.
Whoa, this doesn't stink at all.
Before failing to beat the boss without taking damage due to a very quick and undodgeable bomb throw. We did however finish it in under 15 minutes and got the trophy, Hive 5. Straight onto the last level here, as I'd already cleared the 5th mission in under 15 minutes earlier. We also needed to try and beat the boss here without getting hit too. Spoiler, I did not manage to do that. There were also a couple of miscellaneous trophies achievable here too. So for using a Weatherhead drone to explode and defeat 2 enemies, we got the trophy, They Felt That One. We then make it all the way to the top of the level without falling off once, which got us the trophy, Riding the Storm. But it was also here that we took our hit from the boss. We defeat the boss, sit through the credits again, and for finishing the level in under 15 minutes, we get the trophy Tornado. And before tackling the bosses again for the no-hit runs, I thought we'd finish off for the rest of the miscellaneous trophies, and my god, these were frustrating. First, I had to get a specific enemy called Tweedledee to charge at me, for me to counter it and send him rolling towards other enemies. Sounds easy, but honestly, this was painful. Eventually, I did get it and got the Tweedledee to hit 5 enemies for the trophy, Strike. I then missed the recording of the next trophy because, you know, Bomb Chop Ultra Noob stuff. But for this one, I had to throw an enemy to hit 5 other enemies for the trophy, Time to Throw Stuff. Last one from this level, I then defeated 1 enemy for each alien in the same fight. and for this I got the trophy Omnitrix. I then missed the recording of another trophy. I blame it on being early hours of the morning, but I fulfilled the requirements a second time to show just how easy it was. Using upgrade, a puddle under a lightning attack, and uppercut for the trophy punchline. We tackle the Weatherhead Prime boss first out of the remaining 2 trophies, the final boss of the game. After running through the level, which took on average 9 minutes to do, I got hit within seconds of the boss, multiple times. It's safe to say my patience was wearing thin, until I eventually managed to defeat the boss without getting hit, and once the credits stopped scrolling, I got the trophy, didn't feel a thing.
Failure is not an option.
Last trophy left, and it's the Queen Bee boss, and this one was much easier than the last. I did have to retry it once due to being hit by a stupid little enemy during the boss fight, but an additional 10 minutes later, after running through the level, the boss was defeated without me taking any damage, and I got the trophy to be or not to be. And of course with that, the Platinum Trophy was in the bag. It was now time to move on to Ben 10 Power Trip. With Ben 10 Power Trip being released 3 years after the OG Ben 10 PS4 port, you'd forgive me for thinking that I was about to begin a much better game. But my god, how wrong was I. Ben 10 Power Trip has a stutter which at times can make the game feel almost unplayable, each and every time the game makes a save or requires loading. With that said, I was able to stick with it, and it's safe to say by the end of this video you'll see exactly what I thought of it. We begin the game on yet another road trip and see an explosion in the distance. This is caused by the main enemy Hex, who uses some contraption to scatter Ben's aliens into the void, and we must help the citizens of the land, all while collecting our aliens back and putting a stop to Hex's plan. Don't ask me what his plan was, because I don't know, and I don't care enough to Google it. So we unfortunately jump straight into the action, and begin with the tutorial. While in the tutorial, we enter our first void portal, which randomly appears after completing some missions for the park ranger. Inside the void portal, we find our first alien, Heat Blast, and get the first trophy of the game with turning up the heat.
Hot in here, or is it just me?
Continuing on with the tutorial, we do some minor fetch quests for the park ranger. We then have to shut down a concert by who I'm presuming is a baddie by the name of Decibel. This is 1 out of 12, so I'm assuming all 12 will be a trophy. As mentioned earlier, you can see the stuttering every time anything loads during this game, but we continue on. We then have to fetch some firewood for Uncle Ben, sorry, I meant Grandpa, and we came across our first trinket, 1 out of 30, so probably another trophy once all are collected. We get the firewood and light it using Heat Blast, ending the tutorial and awarding us an upgrade point. We use the upgrade point and we get yet another trophy, getting stronger.
I'll need this.
We are then given the option of 3 different missions to complete. While on the way to the first, we came across and defeated our first Void Ruin, which nets us the trophy Road to Ruin.
Coming in hot.
We get to the mayor of the nearby town and begin working through his missions. Basic stuff really, but after doing a couple of them, we unlock our first side mission. The side mission is a simple, go and fetch my runaway cat, and for completing our first side mission, we get the trophy, Hero of the People.
Another day saved.
We then continue with the main mission, which sees us head over to a swamp for some beard serum. Something I personally could do with in life. Once all the ingredients were collected and handed over to the scientist, we are given the serum and head back to the mayor using the rust bucket. For using the fast travel for the first time, we were awarded the trophy Road Trip. We then hand that mission into the mayor and then get sent off to the farm to help defeat enemies destroying crops and making a mess inside the barn. Once the enemies are defeated, another void portal opens up and we head inside. This is where we get the next alien, Four Arms, and with that, the trophy, Let's Rumble.
Action and ready to lend a hand. Or four.
With all of the main missions completed in the first area, this opens up another void portal and we jump on through. We take on the Forest Power Spring and defeat it to get the trophy Monster Hunter 1.
Just a pile of firewood now, but that was no joke. Hex isn't messing around with those crystals.
We move on to the next area and next main mission. Our first mission sees us going into the water plant and have to fight through enemies in order to turn the generators on, so the dirty water stops getting pumped into the river. Once that is completed, a void rift opens up inside and we get another alien. This time we unlock XLR8 and get the trophy Fastest Alien Alive.
Yeah, with accelerate back, Hex won't even see what's hitting him.
Before moving on to the next mission, we came across another Decibel concert, and as this was our 5th out of the 15 we will eventually have to do, once completed we were awarded the trophy Roadie.
Don't try and pull the plug on my master plan. You can never win.
Lucky me.
The next mission sees us chasing after Hex around town before he eventually gives us the slip, but drops behind a list of names. This opens up another void portal, and inside we get the alien Shockrock, which grants us the trophy Shocking Discovery.
The shock of his life.
This was the point of the game where the stuttering began to get unbearable. We persevered and get to the end of the missions list in the second area before getting thrown into a void battle against a massive robot very similar to the earlier boss. Once the boss was defeated, we get the trophy Monster Hunter 2.
Another job well done by the Tennyson Demolition Crew.
We then head on over to the final area, which is atop the snowy mountains. We climb all the way near the top and save a snowboarder from some monsters when another void rift appears. Inside, we unlock the alien Raph, and we are granted the trophy Looking Sharp.
The wrath of Wrath!
From here, we then have to use Raph's sniffing ability to find the locations of missing parts for the ski lift. Once all pieces are found, we use the ski lift back to the quest giver, who grants us another upgrade point. For filling out all of the luck tree with upgrade points, we get the trophy On a Roll. We continue on with the main missions of the area and find ourselves helping out a lady next to a lake when we are greeted with yet another void portal. Inside this one we get our final alien, Diamond Head, and we also get the trophy Hard Headed.
Diamond Head Special, a 24-karat beatdown.
We then reach the summit of the icy mountains, and after completing all objectives in the area, and just like the last two areas, we have a boss to fight. As soon as the boss is bested, we get the trophy Monster Hunter free.
Woohoo! No more Mr. Ice Guy.
We then have to partake in free trials in order to unlock the Omni Guard, which will protect our aliens from being scattered away by Hex, like at the start of the game. Once we pick up the Omni Guard, we get the trophy of the same name.
I got the Omniguard.
Before taking on the final boss, I decided it was time to start cleaning up all three of the areas and collecting all of the collectibles. While searching around, I found another upgrade point, which I used to max out my power, giving me the trophy Muscle Man. I then finished off all of the collectibles in the forest area and am granted with the trophy Explorer 1. We then move on to the second area and begin cleaning up the collectibles here. We also find and clear our 10th Decibel concert, which grants us the trophy Opening Act.
This will definitely help.
Still in the second area, we then find our third and final scooter challenge and beat the time for the trophy King of the Scoots. And then we finally find and collect the last collectible from the second area, which was a record. Because this was the last of all of the records, I got the trophy Record Collector. And because I'd now found everything in the second area, we got the trophy Explorer 2.
I'll take that.
I then missed the next trophy as it was for saving all of the citizens from random monster attacks. However, I'd already done this guy numerous times, so when the trophy popped, I was rather surprised. The trophy, Super Ben. We then finally find the last and final of 15 Decibel concerts and solve the puzzle, which gives us the trophy Headliner.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
No! You can't stop either of the whatsoever, making me the most powerful and rich.
This will definitely help.
Lastly, we move on to the third area. The one area I'd found the majority of the collectibles and only had one more trinket I needed to collect. After finding that one, that was every trinket in the game, and I got the trophy Archivist.
Mine!
After what felt like an eternity searching for the very last collectible, I felt deflated, especially when I'd run past the last one numerous times without simply checking my surroundings. But once the last gem was collected and mission was handed in, we got full completion on the third area for the trophy Explorer 3.
This will definitely help.
With one trophy left not related to finishing the story, I had to simply upgrade my health to its max. The only upgrade points left available were from vendors. The quickest way to get the money in the game is to take on the combat challenges, so that's what I did. And once I'd hit the 6k that I needed, the game glitched. and I had to quit the game.
Back at the starting line.
Thankfully, it saved the money I'd acquired. I went to the vendor, brought the upgrade points and maxed out my health, which netted me the trophy, fit as a fiddle. All that was left was to take on Hex, and I'm guessing because I'd maxed out all of my stats by this point, he went down so easy. Both phases of the fight. With the game complete and Hex defeated, we get the trophy, Strudelbeck Saviour.
Tennyson, this is not the end. I will become the most powerful magician this world has ever seen. And if not, at least I'll be ruining your vacations.
And then the Platinum Trophy. And after all of that, I don't want to see another Ben 10 game again.